you and I have to talk, Muse. As always. Seems like we're doing this more and more regularly. Only this time I need to have something kind of serious to talk about. Not like earth-shatteringly serious. This is verse world problem serious, I suppose. It recently came to pass that, how can I put this kindly? Not kindly. How can I put this in such a way where it won't sound like I'm bitching and that the apple cart has been spilled and the hayride has come to a halt. It has recently come to my attention that I've been throwing too much work at my editor. Yeah, I know it's a good problem to have, and I'm not complaining about that particular part of this. And I have really nothing to complain about except myself. But anyway, because of the rate at which you inspire me to write, and when people hear about how fast this stuff comes out of me, they think I'm crazy. Maybe I am. I don't know. But it's just you and I have this relationship wherein it's just you're bombarding me with ideas constantly, and I just feel this need to get them out. So in turn, I get them out. I get them to proofreaders, our beta readers. I get it to my editor and then to the proofreaders and blah, blah, blah. And in the process, it's just too much and too fast. And because of that pace, things happen. And it really has only come to my attention because I've been finally, after 5 years, I'm finally narrating my own books and finding that in order for the final process to match the creative process, I've got to slow down a bit. Not necessarily in the writing. The writing is I can't change that. I can't alter the fact that you are hitting me with so many ideas and I have to get them out. So I'll get them out. I'll write them down. I'll write them as quickly as you give them. But after I write the first draft, everything has to come to a slow, plodding halt. Not halt, but it's just the speed at which things go must exponentially slow down after I do my first thing. And that's really just a product of having an editor that works with other clients and has a life and honestly, the secondary process can't keep up with the primary process. I write faster than the end product can be properly edited. It's as simple as that. And I have you to thank for that, of course. But, this is all a learning process, and that's a great thing. It is a great problem to have, that these issues are handed to you in such a way that you can look at them and go, oh yeah, I see it now. Now, one would think that after publishing 30-some books that I would have figured this out by now, but truth of the matter is I'm never going to completely figure it out. There are still things to learn. And as I go along, I'm going to keep learning them. And if I stop learning them, then I've got a problem. But the lesson, and probably the most important lesson that I have learned over the past 5 years maybe, is that I have to give the secondary process as much importance as I give the primary process. Now, primary process being mine and your relationship, in which you give me the idea, Muse, and I put the idea into a form that can be read. That's the primary process. The secondary process is the beta reading, the editing, and the proofreading, the formatting. That process needs so much more attention that I've been giving it. And from this point on, that's going to happen. And what that ultimately translates to is probably fewer books released a year, and that's fine. I'm fine with that, because I'm still going to be producing, still going to be creating as many books as I have been. Probably just going to release fewer each year, because it's better to have that final product be something that you can trust and know for certain it is in the best shape you can possibly get it between you and your editor and your proofers, than to publish it and then find out after the fact that there are spelling errors or misplaced words or missing words or whatever. And, you know, I see that happening with writers all over the place. And, you know, some writers say, I can't afford an editor, so... and to those writers I say, well, if you can't afford an editor, then beg, borrow, or steal. Do whatever you can to get it edited, because that's crucial. But just as important as the editing is the proofing. And, you know, I unfortunately was relying on some proofers that I shouldn't have been relying on. And that was all on me. That is on my shoulders. It's not on your shoulders for certain. You have absolutely nothing to do with that aspect of the process. It is all on me, because it's my name attached to the books. Yes, I always give credit inside the books to my editor and proofer and beta readers. I always give those people credit, but it's my book on the cover, or my name on the cover. And I pride myself in my work, and it's precious to me. Art is a precious cargo, and I have got to, as much as I enjoy cranking out these books, the cranking ends between you and I, or ends at you and I, and then we'll slow it down, give it the time it needs, let it ferment and ripen, as it were. And like I said, this is a good problem to have, in that I have learned from the process. And, you know, my editor has learned as well. We are going to get this, we're going to get this process smoothed out like a well-oiled machine. Only a well-oiled machine that is taking its time, because art deserves it. Okay? Now, don't take offense. Don't think that, you know, I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying, you know, quit tossing so many ideas at me. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'm, you know, working on the next book in the Reaper series, which is not the official series title. I'm still trying to figure that one out. But I did title the second book. The second book is called To Kill a Reaper, and the title is because of you, because of something that you inspired me to do. And I'm crazy happy about where the second book is going. And in fact, you inspired me in such a way that I think I know where the third book's already going, which is great. But you know, don't take offense, Muse. This has nothing to do with you and everything to do with me. It's me, not you. It's me, not you. Me. I'm not breaking up with you, Muse. In fact, everything's peachy with us. Okay? So that's where we stand. And, you know, every artist has to learn along the way, even though, you know, I've been doing this for 20 years now. 20 freaking years. And I'm still learning, and that's great. It's a great feeling to still have the, you know, the capacity to understand that learning is a must. Anyway, I'm going to go back to writing, because that's what I do. And you're going to go back to inspiring, because that's what you do.